Well, good, beautiful Sunday morning. What am I talking about today? I am going to talk about something that is a little known secret. It's an Easter egg. It's the Tesla service screen. So I'm going to show you how to get into the Tesla service screen, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to tell you not to play around unless you know what you're doing. So let's check it out together. It's a really cool feature that we've just recently seem to have had unlocked. And so follow along. And again, I'm going to warn you, don't play in here unless you know what you're doing. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, hey, thank you so much for joining me. I apologize a little bit for the fisheye look. I was having a hell of a time getting the camera level, so you'll just have to bear with me a little bit. So to access Tesla service screen, we're going to push the menu option. We're going to pull up our option and we're going to select software. Under software, we are going to press and hold the Model Y for 3 to 5 seconds. After we do that, we're going to get this screen. It's going to prompt us for an access code, and we're going to type in service, all lowercase, S-E-R-V-I-C-E, and we're going to click OK. Now we're going to get a warning. We do not want to use this unless we know what we're doing. We will enable it. All right, you can see once we have enabled the Tesla service screen, we get this red bar all the way around letting us know that we are in service. We never want to enter service mode if we are driving the car or we're in an area where we can't have it safely parked, because in this mode, we're speed limited, so we don't want to play around too much. So let's see what we've got in this screen. First off, we've got our VIN number, our self-driving computer, firmware, our chip, and our odometer. We're then going to check driver assist, and we can see we've got cameras. So let's select cameras, and now we can see all of the different cameras on the car. We can ping them or reset them if we want. We're not going to play with anything again, remember. We'll click that option again, and this time we'll pick sensors. And now we can see all of the ultrasonic sensors around the car, as well as our GPS antenna. We've got infotainment ECU and autopilot ECU. Next, we'll check our battery, and we've got a high voltage and a low voltage option. So first we'll select high voltage, and now we can see we've got the car's system pulled up. We can see front drive unit, compressor, and rear drive unit, our battery pack, DC link, contactors, and our high voltage battery. And then we can run a health test. So let's click health test. To authorize, hold fully up on turn stock, plus brake, plus key for 10 seconds. And I am not going to do that, but as you can see, we could run that. We can also see our pyro fuses and other items. Next, we're going to select a low voltage, and this car has the new lithium ion 15-volt battery. We can see that output right there, 15.5, as well as our current. We can see our high voltage battery in our contactor state and our low voltage battery. So very cool. And then we've got options here: reconnect, reset, reset, or reset. Again, I'm not going to play with anything. Our next choice here is our little snowflake. And so these are our thermals. So we can check actions. And here we can see now we can test and play with different choices and options in the service screen. I could start a thermal fill. I could start a thermal fill drain, etc., etc., etc. But again, we don't want to play with any of these because I don't want to damage or do anything. I am not a certified Tesla service technician. So again, be careful about playing in here. So we'll click that again. And if we click thermal, we don't get anything else. So it's just these actions. And again, we've got all of these prompts letting us know what's going on. All right, our next choice here is going to be chassis and alignment. So let's click alignment. And now we can see how our applied offset is looking, and I'm not quite sure what all of this is. And again, I'm not going to play with it too much, but we can see as I play with the car, we can, as I'm rocking myself back and forth, we can see that the car is changing. And so obviously, because I'm in here, it's leaning to the left by 8 degrees. Isn't that cool? I'm not going to play with the offset either. All right, next option, we've got this little here. We'll click it. And now what have we got? We've got reset DAS, calibrate windows, calibrate our steering wheel, wiper replacement procedure, and clear EPA S3PS angle offset. So again, I'm not going to play with any of those. So if we go back and we click on the car, we get our information again. And I think we've just about walked through everything. We have service settings, service alerts, software reinstall, a touch check, and brake burnishing. Again, I'm not going to play with any of those. If we hit service settings, we can see some of the options that we have here. So remove speed limit. I could take that off so we don't have the 7-mile-an-hour speed limit. I can disable phone Bluetooth, disable music, disable the dash cam, disable driver profiles. So lots and lots of different things I can do in here when I have service mode activated. Close that again. Service alerts lets us know if anything has popped up on the car. So I can see service fix. So this would be, I've got a corrupted drive, it looks like. But I can also pick customer, and then I can select all service alerts. And if we pick one, it'll drop down and it'll give us what it is. So USB file stream is corrupted. The drive is likely corrupt and should be reformatted. So now I know I should reformat my drive. And then lastly, if we want to return, we're just going to swipe down, oops, and it goes away. We'll click it again. It pops back up. So again, I could swipe down if I wanted to look at anything on my screen, and then I hit the service mode. It pops open again. And if I want to exit, I'm just going to hold exit service mode. And we have successfully exited. The car is out of service mode and everything should be as it should be. So, folks, I really, really appreciate you taking some time out of your day. I hope this was helpful, and I really hope you don't play around and get yourself in the jackpot. Again, this is for service technicians. I think it's a neat thing to look at, and I really, really like information. So for me, it's awesome. And I wanted to share that for anybody else that loves this kind of stuff. But be careful. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Cyber Monday's coming up. Get some good deals. And I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.